Well, today's video, wiper motor on the pickup. Show you how to do replacement. This is a replacement from 89 to 98. It's pretty much identical. So, first things first, I'm gonna grab this microfiber. I'm gonna dry this off a little bit right here. And do the same to the other side. So, getting the first snowfall of the year here, so just trying to get this new wiper motor installed. There's two problems with it. The pulse board, which is the circuit board that controls the intermittent on and off and whatnot, is shorted, but only intermittently when it gets wet out. So the first thing we're going to do is take a flathead. Can't forget the next thing. Where is the roll of tape? Uh-oh. There it is. I'm gonna mark the wipers because we got to remove the wiper arms. So that's your reference mark on both arms. That's off position. Obviously, if your wiper motor failed halfway, that would be a different story, and later on I'll show you what to do. So first of all, you need to remove these wiper arms. Flathead screwdriver, can't talk. Flathead screwdriver, put in the crack. That sounded weird, but yes. Put in the crack, twist. Now that that's popped up. Okay, that's not far enough, hold on. Oh, almost messed my windshield up. Oh my God, all right. I gotta put the camera down. Okay, so the splines had some crud on it, but after I got two hands and wiggled while I moved the screwdriver, see that popped up? Oh wow, look at that, wiper arm comes off. We're gonna do the same to the other side, and note your tape is still there so you know where to put it back afterwards. We're gonna put that aside. Well, both wiper arms are off. And if you look closely, there's a keyway, so it's pretty foolproof to put on the wrong way. If you look at that side, those splines are kind of messed up, but it doesn't really matter because it has a big keyway that it goes in. So next is removing these Phillips. One on this side, one on the other. This place comes off and I'll show you what to do next. Should just come out. Oh, would you look at that? You're gonna notice there's more Phillips underneath. That's for the left-hand side. That's why I'm taking it off, because of the Phillips that are located under. So we'll go ahead and we'll take this off. It's just kind of a video, so pretty much anyone can do this. I'm not gonna say it was easy to get the wiper arms off, because when I put the camera down to use two hands, everything was like, that one was corroded on. So that's the thing that some videos don't tell you. I'll put the other Phillips down on the table right there. Other videos won't tell you, like they'll cut out the parts where you were struggling, but like, oh, in the video, like it was easy. Well, no, it actually wasn't. They just didn't want to show you them struggling for whatever reason. Maybe they want to look good, or maybe they just don't want to bore you to death. But I'm just being honest. I don't care how good you are. You're always going to have some struggles getting rusty shit off. It's just part of the job. Like for example, this thing won't come out. There. I think it's because we probably should pop the hood now, but we'll MacGyver that out. So I quickly skipped over some of the dilly-dallying. I popped the hood. After I took that other corner piece off, you're gonna notice a couple more Phillips. That hole right there, there's another one, as well as on the other side. It's not rocket science, it's car science, which is pretty confusing as well. But so we're just gonna quickly take this weather stripping off. That is just peanuts. You just pull on it and it comes off. Now we notice, oh look, another Phillips. And this one was already off. So we'll take this side off. It's a 2-piece cowl. Wow, so hard, so complicated. You're gonna notice there's a washer hose down there, so just leave that like that. Don't pull on it, you're gonna break it and then you're gonna be pissed off. So don't pull on it. If you want to pull on it, go ahead, but you're gonna get pissed off when your sprayer doesn't work. We got a screw that's kind of, you're gonna notice the screwdriver is a little too long, but I managed to crack it loose. Or so I thought. It's kind of fucking rusty in there. I didn't get my gimbal from my phone yet, so I'm just trying to make the camera work. Kind of wanted to show you everything I'm doing. That's a self-tapper. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't think it's original, but you never know with a truck this old how many times stuff has been taken apart. So now that we look at this, figure out why it's still held in. Looks like there's another screw. Ah, shit. I'm gonna have to close the hood. Well, no big deal. Just forgot one screw and the hood was in the way, so there we go. I left the screws in the hole because they're deep, so it's not really a big deal. So remember that there's a hose connected, so you don't want to pull on it too much, but just leave it like that because that's all you have to do. I'm going to try to show you exactly what is going on here. All right, here is the linkage. Let me explain to you how this works. So you got 2 clamps. There's 10 mil nuts on each side. There's 2 pivot points, which is this guy, and it's 2 circular shaped. Now let me explain why I'm changing the motor. The circuit board, which is that black, under that black box where the harness is going, is actually the problem. But on top of having intermittent wiper issues with that shorted circuit board, I'm also getting stiff wiper arms at times. Like if I don't use the wipers enough, they get stiff. And I'm gonna bet under those pivot points, it is heavily corroded. So why I'm changing the whole motor is because I don't want to change just the circuit board, which you can buy separately. If I do that, how much longer is that motor gonna last with that seized pivot point before the wipers bind up and you burn the motor out and then you burn the circuit board out and now you need a whole new motor. I don't feel like doing this again, so we're gonna do it right. What you want to do now is you want to loosen all 4 of those nuts. Don't take them off all the way, and then you're going to pop those arms off. It's not very complicated. All right, let me show you where I'm at. I skipped over, but to take the motor out, 1 connector, 1 blue locking pin, if it's even there anymore. Remove that, lift the tab, remove that plug. 1, 2, 3 10mm bolts. I didn't want to show you that on video because it's pretty self-explanatory. It's 3 bolts. Now let me show you these arms. I left the caps on loose. You kind of get the idea how it clamps over. It goes in the center here. Watch this. See, that's moving our pivot point. What I notice is this one's a little tight. So what it tells me is there's corrosion in that over there, and I'm gonna free it up. It's not too bad, like I can move it, but it's definitely has a little bit of just a little bit of tension in it. So I'm gonna spray some penetrating fluid in there and free it up. As far as these goes, yes, they were rusty, and the motor has a bit of rust on it, which is binding. So that arm, yep. And then the other one for the left side is also down here, and it moves super freely. So yeah, we're good. We know that the linkage is good. That's how you test the linkage. Check it out. Here's the old motor. It's got some corrosion and it's worn badly, and there was no more grease on it. That's penetrating fluid that I used. Here's the new one. Pulse board. That's where the connector goes. Comes with everything. Yes, you can get the pulse board separate. I get it, because to change the pulse board, all you gotta do is take these out, pry it out, put the new one in, and there you go. But like I said about the motor binding, gonna replace the whole thing. So now we're gonna do reverse order. You install the motor and you put the arms back on. I will say though, before you put the motor on, take some bearing grease or some stuff like this, a silicone paste lubricant, and douse this anchor point. I can't stress that enough. That's going to prevent it from seizing up anytime soon. I'm not saying it will 100% fix it, but it will extend the life of this right here, because I don't feel like taking it apart again. So I'm going to make sure that's lubricated. It's very important. Now, get your impact gun. Da 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 da. Shit. Couple of braps. All right, excuse that very bad camera angle. So now that all three of those are tight, electrical plug. That's in. Take this, lock it in. Boom. Now we're gonna apply the lubrication I was talking about. There. Problem solved. So, just an update. Put the linkages back on. I did not use an impact for these because those studs were really small. I did not want to break one of the links. So after that, you're pretty much in reverse order now. Cowl back on, screws back in, hood closed, wiper arms on, and you should be mint. One last thing I'm going to do. Like I said about this penetrating fluid shit. Yes, I'll clean the excess crap off, but that's just going to help soak into that mechanism, free it up a bit. But yeah, that's how you do it. When you put everything back together, it should work mint. Everything should line up. There should not be any issues. If there are issues, comment and let me know what went wrong, because I don't think there's really much to go wrong. Take care, guys. Okay, I lied. I was wrong. I had to take part of it back apart again. So that one's dialed in mint. Forgot to mention this thing has an adjustment. As you can see, you tighten the nuts and you can either have it up a little bit or down a little bit. I fucked that up. So what I'm gonna do now is put the wiper arm on, adjust this specifically, retighten it, put it back together, and it'll be mint. That's the last thing you guys need to know. There we go. There we go. She's good to go. All right, that's a wrap.